You ever feel like goal setting is just socially acceptable form of self-pressure? You make the vision board, you write it out in your journal, you shout it out into the void, and then nothing changes. Because the reality is, a goal without identity alignment, it's just a decorated deadline. Welcome to Daily Power Boost, Ignite Your Potential, the podcast where your transformation begins. I'm Sean Michael, and each day I'll bring you quick, impactful insights and action steps to fuel your personal and professional growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone ready to break limits and ignite greatness, this is your daily power boost to crush obstacles, stay focused, and awaken the extraordinary potential within you. Because remember, greatness begins within. Let's go. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. Today's episode, Stop Setting Goals, Start Setting Identity Standards, is all about how to stop chasing outcomes from pressure and start building momentum from who you're becoming. Let's get to it. We've all been taught to worship goals, smart ones, stretch ones, strategic ones, even dumb ones. But most people don't fail because they lack ambition. They fail because they're setting goals from a self they don't believe in. They're chasing outcomes that conflict with their self-image. You say you want to double your revenue, but still see yourself as someone who's bad with money. You want to lead boldly, but still think of yourself as someone who plays small. That friction, it's not laziness, it's an identity gap. You can't outperform the self-image you haven't upgraded. Here's the shift. Instead of setting goals based on what you want to achieve, set standards based on who you want to become, because outcomes follow embodiment. Let me tell you how this played out for me. I used to set these intense goals, publish daily, launch this, sell that, and every time I missed a benchmark, I'd spiral. But once I started asking, who do I want to be while building this? It changed everything. Suddenly, the focus wasn't just what I accomplished, it was whether my actions aligned with the identity I was claiming. A grounded leader, a consistent creator, a truth teller who doesn't perform, just expresses. The more I acted like that person, the more momentum I built. Because behavior follows identity, not the other way around. Here's how to put this into practice. Step 1, ditch the goal sheet. Write down one goal that's been frustrating you. Now, underneath it, ask, what kind of person naturally achieves this? List 3 identity traits, not tasks, traits. Step 2, make it a standard. Take those traits and flip them into standards. Instead of hit 100K in revenue, make it operate daily as someone who respects money and makes bold offers. Step 3, align your week. Now ask, what's one way I can practice that standard today? Small move, big shift. Because every aligned act reinforces your new identity. Here's the bottom line. Goals can inspire you, but identity standards transform you. Anyone can chase results, but becoming someone who doesn't need to prove because they're already living from alignment, that's where sustainable drive comes from. So this week, skip the pressure-packed resolutions. Choose one identity standard and let that version of you lead. Because goals will come and go, but your self-concept, that's your compass. That's today's Daily Power Boost. If this helped you see your friction differently, send it to someone who's chasing hard but feeling stuck. And if you're ready to upgrade the identity behind your goals, book a no-cost Success Blockers call. The link's down in the show notes. Let's get under the surface and rewire from within. You can also join us in the Real Mastery Hub, where identity shapes results, not hustle. Visit realmasteryhub.com. Next episode is The Old You Isn't Wrong, but they're no longer in charge. how honoring past survival patterns without letting them steer creates freedom. Until then, lead from identity, live on purpose, align like it matters, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.